Hello? Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Today, we're gonna be playing Sea Salt, which is a fantastic, indie game. It's one of my personal favorites. Um, how's the audio balance? Music volume good? I'm gonna make sure we get that settled right out of the way. Fantastic. Yeah, so this is an indie game by... Yep, I have that set up. Twitch chat in stream, yeah. Hopefully that'll make the VODs make a little bit of extra sense with being able to see chat up there, and it shouldn't be a problem, theoretically. So this is a game by YCJY Games, where you play as the monsters. Specifically, we are going to be playing as Dagon, Eldritch God of the Deep, and commanding our minions as they go through a small, affluent seaside town and destroy everything we can find in search of our true quarry. So we're going to start up a new game here, so we can see everything from the beginning. And this is a fresh file, so we don't have hard difficulty unlocked. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll get there. We'll see. Oh man, I was gonna read this. That's nonsense. Nethrio Volnavud, dear immutable lord, whom within us swells as thy generous nets with fortune brim. We thank thee for thy gifts, and ask now, how our mortal souls, weak and humble subjects of soil, cowering before thy magnificence, may serve. Whom doth thou crave enter thy bosom of solitude? What flame shall be quenched in thy name? Scribe of Karlshaven, Anthony Poe. Sea Priest William Hawthorne. Teacher Alice Blakely. Drop from ocean, voice from noise. In and before the gaze beyond multitude, their souls will be found and guided into the cave of Archbishop of Nova Ugarit. You are beckoned into the depths of the other world. No. No, there must be some mistake. I am thy pupil of thy voice in the thin veil between. All must fall before me. Thy will be done in grand sacrifice, I assure you. But alas, I am the church. My life has been dedicated entirely into thy glory. This I will not relinquish, you must understand. I cannot sacrifice myself to you. I live to guide my flock. A coward. Woe unto you who dares defy the cost. So the game offers us a choice here of who our apostle is. I'm not sure any others are unlocked, so we're going to be Agra de Pesca, Once caught by a poor fisherman in his net, the man saw glory ooze from the eyes of Agra and released him back into the sea, crying that such a beautiful fish is not meant to be eaten by a fool like he. Agra rose to the surface and granted the fisherman 3 wishes, thus creating the lineage of kings that still rule today. Our swarm enemies are stronger, and our worm enemies explode when they die, which will be very useful. Particularly the swarm. The dawn of a coward's penitence. So this is an interesting type of strategy game where we have top-down control, and we command all of our minions at once, and then they behave sort of according to their own AI within the confines of the commands we give them. So first we gotta break down these barricades, surround these poor civilians, and absolutely massacre them. And then pick up all their gold, of course, so that we can summon more creatures from the deep. So initially, we have these swarm enemies, which are a vast number of, I believe, sort of crab-like beings. This game is extremely pro swarm mechanics. In fact, in the instructions provided in the game files, they say it is often better to simply be aggressive than to try to, be clever. So we're going to summon some more swarms at these first obelisk, because our swarms are really strong. And they take a lot of fire, since you can't kill more than one at a time, unless you have an area attack. So yeah, it's great. So here's our first boss to fight. Admiral Pierce. Look here, men. I've got a gut feeling that something horrid this way comes. Aye! We'll keep on a lookout for anything. Good. I've spotted odd stirs in the water over yonder. But our ship is unsinkable. When we have Dagon on our side, you do not, you fools. Yes, so each room we have to kill all the enemies. Because we are a horde of monstrosities set on destroying everything until we get the Archbishop. Oh no, they've killed 2 of us. But we are the deep. That's right, why smart when fast? You can simply fast. And many. Yes, so this is what the gold is for. The gold is to let us do more summons, even away from summoning circles. So maybe this time we'll get some worms. The worms are much slower melee attackers. But in exchange they're much more strong, and because of our apostle, they'll explode upon death. That's correct. Don't worry. We have so many more. And the more of the sea's loot we reclaim, the more we have. Brutal. So yeah, he's gonna keep doing this where he flies around and tries to get away and so on, but like, he won't get that many of us. More for the swarm! Now, I believe we're down to only 1 or 2. We have 3 of the worms. And I think a single summon is 4 of them, so we may need to replenish those pretty soon. He never stood a chance. So yeah, this boat that the Admiral got with the blessings of Dagon, that's ours now. That's we're taking that back. What's going on with the Archbishop? He seems to be reading. Your Excellency! My apologies for interrupting, but we have had strange reports that the Admiral's flotilla has been sunk. Only a handful of survivors made it, and they tell tales of horrors that rose from the sea. This force, which we named Dagon, has beckoned us to sacrifice that which is impossible. Out there in the sea, where the horizon meets the skies, and we lose certainty of where the world ends, there writhes a manifestation of our worst dreams. What are we to do? You must have some knowledge of this. Has Dagon not asked for a sacrifice? Such is this unknown force that we have invited into our midst, remorseless in its ability to slaughter us and give us life with prosperity. You do seem to be quite prosperous. It is now beginning to crave more of us than that which we may give. We need faith in our worship, and we need to gather our defenses. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So here the game will give us a choice of whether we want to go east into the docks or north into the town square. I think in the spirit of simply go quick, no brain, we're gonna head straight into the town and see how quickly we can get to that Archbishop. Carlshaven Market. We get to choose our apostle again. And again, we still don't have quite 50,000 gold, so we're gonna go with Agra de Pesca again. Begging hands curl like burnt bark. Sure. Oh, it's over for you, hoes. In preparation for the stream, I learned a bunch of facts about, oh, you shoot us with a gun? How dare you? I learned some facts about, Dagon, the, eldritch god of the deep. Dagon is actually a a historical god, but historically had no association with the deep. An ancient Mesopotamian god who was thought of as the father of the other gods, and due to a mistranslation in a document, became associated with fish and the depths. Why don't we grab some cultists and see what happens here? They are ranged units. They're not very scary. Their horror is only an E rating. But they are quite good at damaging, and they have ranged attacks, which makes them quite useful. So we'll grab a couple of those, and maybe we'll get some worms next time. More of those people with guns. Very rude. You just have a pitchfork. I can end you. Sorry, the God of the Depths has demanded your bodies in sacrifice. So one interesting component of this game is that you can only control all of your troops at once as a single swarm, which becomes increasingly complex as the number of troop types that you have increases. Like, for example, these swarms, they're quick and they attack in melee, and they can easily surround enemies, but the cultists stand back and make range attacks. They won't auto-attack, though, as we, like, approach enemies. We have to command them to attack. And so, what is this? Is this anything? Is this just a piece of scenery? It's just a piece of scenery. And so, as a result, we have to be careful. We have to sort of, like, toggle on attacks in order to let our cultists approach. We want to dodge those areas of fire, because as the game mentions, our soldiers will avoid fire, but only when they're not being told to attack. So we've sustained some pretty heavy losses here. Hopefully we can get a some gold or a shrine soon. Oh, there's a shrine. There we go. I think we just need more bodies. So I've never gotten particularly far in this game. I think not for want of trying. It gets pretty tricky pretty quickly, which is a lot of fun to see that there can be that much depth in this really simple control scheme. I am a long-time strategy fan, and so seeing something, you know, new be tried with these is really fun. Yeah, Undead Horde. It also reminds me a lot of the Soviet, well, the Russian Revolution themed strategy game, Tooth and Tail. Yes, Tooth and Tail. Reminds me a lot of that. They're prisoners. It's either them or us. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, I see. The Vicar, keep the sacrifices coming. They hope to appease us. With sacrifices. No, no. It's the Archbishop we want. And we will settle for nothing less. Oh, I see. Your bit is that you're quick, and you have a shotgun. Well, that seems like a pain. We unlocked a new unit. The Crab. That's right, we don't settle. Strong melee minions with great defense, but lacking in attack. They're resistant to fire. Yeah, so these things are basically unkillable, which makes them a great choice for a summon to fill out our ranks. So I'll definitely grab some. Yes, a spoiler-free joke. Now, if you're okay with Obra Dinn spoilers, you can check our most recent clips. Maybe someone can post the clip from last night's Obra Dinn play, where we had to deal with some other crabs. Some totally spoiler-free crabs. Okay, we got another summon here. I'm thinking we need some more cultists to increase our damage. Now, how did our cultists get way over there? Come on. Come on, come on. Why did you come and attack us? You could have just let us regroup. It would have been fine. You would have died slower. Foolish. Foolish mortals. We are the deep. Are we getting attacked by civilians? It's ridiculous. Oh. Ooh, is that an unused shrine? I think it is. Gotta kill 100 humans with cultists. And then we'll unlock a new apostle. Wonder who that is. Oops, more crab. That's right. At some point, the swarm's gonna become just only crabs. That would be probably all right. They're resistant to fire, so we don't have to worry so much about navigating around through this. I'm really strong against these Molotov guys. Their damage would probably hurt a little. But I think it'd be fine. All crabs and cultists, though? Now that might be a winning strategy. I guess we should keep in mind that our current apostle does make the swarm stronger, though, so that's probably relevant. Okay, we'll get more swarm. I have to get some swarm to fill out the, you know, all the bodies. Ah! I don't want to die, says a puny mortal, who's probably already dead. I'm not even sure I noticed. A shotgun. Absolutely rude. We need that gold, actually. Because we are very close to another summon. Who gave them guns? I know we didn't. More crabs. More crabs. You think there's enough crabs? We could definitely get more. I think the only limit on our army size is whether we can keep them all alive. A few more crabs? Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll get crabs next time as well. In the name of the bishop and the eternal old gods, fight off these unnatural things that threaten us. Together we are strong against the unknown. In the name of me? In the name of me, you're gonna fight me. Hubris. Hubris. This doesn't feel like a winning strategy. They actually outnumber us. So I don't think that's a winning strategy. In fact, we just got completely destroyed. Terrible. So we'll have to separate them out. Come on. Is this game gonna make me grow a brain? I don't really want that. I'm just very aggressive. You promised that I could be aggressive. It's fine. This is working fine. Is the bell still going, really? Very rude. Now this fight actually shows off one of the most interesting elements of that stat line that maybe wasn't obvious from the beginning, which is that the horror of your troops is really important actually for splitting up these like big mobs, because if the enemies with higher horror will actually force the townsfolk to split up instead of fighting together like this. When they attack. It looks like most of these enemies have a pretty high resistance to that, which is why it's not working great for us. What are you summoning more? Is that what that bell is? I think it is. Is that health bar going up? Oh, we only had to kill the bell ringers. No. The deacon. Wait, no! This cannot be! You are... Please, spare me, please! Should we spare him? I don't really know if that's totally in line with the tenets of Dagon's teaching. Sparing doesn't sound super in line with our beliefs, but maybe we'll make an exception for this guy. We did not. We did not, and that's the end of that. The Fly. Weak, but very fast. Can surprise and catch unsuspecting hunters. Horror of D, speed of S. Health of E, attack of E. Bad religion. Look, here's the thing. Look, this is based on... Clearly this is based partially on the H.P. Lovecraft short story... Innsmouth, Shadow over Innsmouth, in which they, ugh, what is this? There is a force in the midst of our faith, determined to destroy our way of life. It will take back all that we have worked for, all that we have sacrificed to obtain. We cannot crumble before the struggle. No, surely not, Your Excellency. We must fortify ourselves to the very last hunter. The vengeful, mindless minions will purge our commonwealth and leave us in chaos.
Of course, most venerable bishop. I shall pass the proper orders.
We are being tested by that which has fed us, given us strength, and has guided us. Protect the city at all costs. So in the Shadow over Innsmouth, the reason why the faith of Dagon is so strong is because it provides great wealth to the town, both in the form of the bounties of the sea, plentiful, catches of fish, and so on, but also because there is gold that is given to them by the servants of Dagon. So the allusion here to all this gold and the power of the gold is likely connected to that. Withstanding no more than a glance. It's the eastern exit of Karlshaven. Flee. Come on, group up, group up. So I believe that's why reclaiming Dagon's gold allows us to summon more minions. Should we try out the flies? I think we should try out the flies. See what they're like. Oh, they're so fast. They're so incredibly fast. They're great for immobilizing enemies, actually. It seems really strong. I think you've trapped yourselves between these two barricades. Doesn't seem like the best decision you've ever made. Probably not the worst, though, honestly. Worst is probably, worshipping Dagon. Buzz, 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 buzz. That's the sound our army makes now. Because, it could always be louder. There's gotta be an apostle that makes our flies stronger. And that's, the very next apostle I'm going to pick. What happened to those guys? They poofed. I'm gonna bet that's an AoE attack. Yeah, it looks like an AoE attack. Ooh, brutal. And the axe falls and does it again. Alright, we'll keep that in mind. I think we need some crabs. Alright, so maybe we don't, need crabs, but they'll probably be helpful. Are you a sniper? That's ridiculous. I'll ask again, who gave you guns? Because I know it wasn't me. Let's get some crabs. So in this level, the game is teaching us not to group up completely because, you know, the snipers will get us, and the axe dudes will get us. Everybody will get us. But, as long as we're faster, we can, you know, completely ruin their day. What are they gonna do? Shoot us while we're at the base of the tower? Did you pop already? Thank you. We could probably just go straight under, yeah, exactly. We could probably go straight under that axe, actually. Instead of having to wait for it to go underneath. Do you think I can make him hit his own people? I think there's a chance. Ow. Based on the number of crabs and flies I have, I'm gonna guess that I didn't do great this level. We just need some of that gold. And then everything will be fine. Ow. Is that a javelin? Oh, it's a ballista. We're ruined. Oh, no, there's a shrine. Well, yeah, we gotta go with the swarm. Because we just need bodies. So I guess these guys are archers, but instead of shooting along the ground, they shoot in these big arcing projectiles that, you know, mostly just can't hit us. Are you still alive? It's incredibly rude. Very much another mortal, your continued existence is rude moment. Alright, and then we can get another summon. Rebuild our forces a bit here. I think we need some cultists. Even though we're really low on bodies, I think we really need some cultists so we can increase our damage. How do you think we get over there? Ah, down here. Another shrine. How delightful. I'm pretty confident that the only downside to the strategy of only swarm all the time is that I think the only downside to that is that only a certain number of only a certain number of our swarms can group up around an enemy and surround them, and so the rest of them just sort of waste their attacks. Our one crab? Okay, that's Jimmy. Don't die, Jimmy. Steve? Okay, sure. Steve is fine. The next one will be Jimmy. There is a, shrine right here. Hey, just hold on. I need... Let me get Jimmy here. And, also some other Jimmys. They're all Jimmy, except for the one that's Steve. Jimmy Steve. You're right, I shouldn't be stopping to surround you. I should just be shooting you with cultists. It makes way more sense. Are you still there? Good job, Jimmy Steve. Steve the Crab, first of his kin, bearing the mark of Jimmy, survived many long fights with the mortals. Yeah, until, what? Until some asshole with a gun came and killed Jimmy? Like, what an ignominious end. But no, Jimmy's still around, as well as Jimmy and Jimmy. That wasn't Jimmy. That was, Stevie. Don't worry, all the Jimmys are fine, and so is Steve. You think there's a healer unit? That could be really helpful. Maybe not very, eldritch of me, though. Those arrows really take their sweet time sometimes. Alright. And then you have a ballista, but you can't turn it, so it doesn't actually threaten us at all. Classic unit type healer. Yeah, what would it be, though? Would it be like sea slug? Maybe? Or it could just be another type of cultist, I suppose. A flamethrower? That's extremely undagon. Very undagon of you. So my swarms are not going to love that. But my crabs... Crabs? They're fine with fire. They're very resistant to it. A jetpack. What kind of flamethrower is also a jetpack? And can I ban it forever as the god of the sea? I would like that shit banned immediately. Our Jimmys have saved the day. And now that there's no more fire, I think we need, some swarms. Just because as much as I love Jimmy, his damage is not sufficient. Even these random Molotov guys take a second. A Hellion? Explain. Hellion? Like the little Hellcat things? Like from StarCraft? The things that transformed into go-karts? Oh, that seems bad. Yeah, peace out. Ow. My poor cultist, Tom. I don't know, what's a New England last name for a Tom? Well, maybe you should get into ska. That does sound pretty lit. Bishop is your ska band? Okay, sure. And your first album's gonna be Flamethrower Go-Karts from Space. That is my understanding of how ska works. My limited understanding of how ska works is that your band name is Wild, but like one letter, like one word Wild, and then your album name is very long. Tim Bishop? Sure. That works. Tim Bishop of... what is this? Kingshaven or something? Extremely Massachusetts. No guns. No guns allowed. As soon as I recapture this town, I'm instituting a no guns policy. I'm instituting mandatory gun control for daggone reasons. No other reasons, but only for God of the Sea reasons. That's a little fisher guy. I thought that guy was going to be so caught up in fishing that he didn't even notice us. Yeah, that's right. Politically, I would say I'm a Dagonist, in that I believe in the destruction of all surface life, in favor of the return of the old gods to power and the flooding of all land on the planet. I'm actually pro-global warming, because of, again, the Dagon thing. Westershire land. That is what it's called. You're right. I missed that, but now that you mention it, I remember that's exactly what it was called. More of these flamethrower bastards. I'm just gonna leave him alone for a bit. I'm gonna go kill some other people. You do your flamethrower thing over there. Right. Yes. Extremely pro sea level rise. Other forms of global warming, you know, other forms of climate change, not as pro them. You know, like, should really do something about very passionate against water pollution, but sea level rise is purely good. That's my hot take of the night. as Dagon. I really expected those flamethrowers to, like, explode or something when I kill the people. Similar to what the axes do, but I guess I'm glad they don't. I like when they say, "Ugh." That's fun. What's that? I bet I need flies to get over there. What a dumb move from me. I need flies to get over there. I bet. You think it'll let me summon some flies? Maybe if I collect... I should be able to collect enough gold, maybe. I should definitely run forward through those instead of back. Yes! I need a single unit of flies, please. So I can pick up that card. Alright, I'll kill you first. But only because you're so loud. You think this card's another unit? Maybe? What do you mean I can't get there? What is this? How do I get there? Let me think about this for 2 seconds. Yeah, I have no idea. Alright, well. We'll have to come back for it later, if that's even an option. Maybe we'll get a swimming unit. I would think they're all swimming units, though. Do we need to name the worms? They do a ton of damage. They're really, really good. I think their horror is probably really high, too. I can't believe they built more ballistas to punish me specifically. I'm gonna have to keep crabs in my army always, just specifically to deal with these flamethrower guys. Because, like, most of my worms are dead now. And I think all my swarm. No, there's... there's, like, one guy. One little wormy dude. I honestly did not even see that tower. Like, I saw this one, but I didn't see the other one. Philip is the one swarm remaining. I have no idea whether he's still alive. No, they're still there. There might even be two of them. Cultists, you are attacking the wrong thing. My dude. I think this is the perfect Halloween game because it really lets us focus on what's truly scary in the season. That is crabs. And, like, you know, cultists of a sea deity. The real fears that everybody has in their mind all the time, and we just don't talk about enough as a society. It's like, man, what if that fish god we all worship decides to kill us all to get one dude who refused to listen when he was told that he had to be consumed by the deep. It's really poignant. What does these guys even do? Do they even attack, or do they just man the ballistas? We've all had the thought, hey, what if the fish god, who we all collectively worship, suddenly decides to kill us all one day? It's a thought every single one of us has had. And I'm tired of not admitting it, you know? It's a universal experience. You can tell the mark of a good strategy game is when every single unit that you have makes you think, what if I had an army of all just only that unit? Because right now I'm thinking, those cultists seem pretty good, I don't know. And it's much easier to micro them if I have just them. Please continue to avoid the fire. That's a ballista. Oh, it's pointed the other way. I'm actually fine. Not really? Not quite enough gold? It's almost enough gold. See how close I am to being able to summon more Phillips? And more Phillips is the plan. That's a Phillip. What are all these banners for, you think? Are any of them to us? I think I'm gonna just assume that they all are. There's a lot of dead people. This is a boss fight, isn't it? No, it might just be a lot of ballistas. That... I didn't know we were playing Crypt of the Necrodancer. Oh, I remember this fight. This fight's a pain. Why does he get powers over the dead? Oh, that's an attack being telegraphed. Interesting. Oh, I can't kill them. Okay. Well, that would have been nice to know from the beginning. Lightning. That can't be good. I have just a crumb of gold. A single smidgen. Ah, it happened. Yeah, my cultists are doing work. I really just need something to protect them. So I think I'm gonna get some crabs. It's the ballistas that are brutal. They can one-shot crabs. No horse for you. What, are you gonna resurrect your horse? Yes, of course. The weird necromancer is of course gonna resurrect his dead horse. Oh, come on. Come on, then. Yes, yes, you have very scary lightning abilities. Oh! Did he get hit by that? I think he might have gotten hit by that ballista shot. I'm taking damage from something. Oh. No unapproved necromancy. Only approved necromancy. Get out of here. I bet you're worshipping some other outer god. I showed you. The Lich raises fallen enemies as specters and deals low ranged damage. Ability does not stack. Like they can't get rezzed twice? Type support. Horror B. Okay, so they're pretty horrifying. What are they less horrifying then? I'd guess probably the worms? The worms seem very spooky. We unlocked the arena. But that's fine. Oh, more lore. The danger that comes exists like the gold, fish, and prosperity that we have been enjoying for the past century. We thought it would carry on forever if we could convince the binding entity that we are worthy. Yes, we are nothing on our own. We belong to a chain of something intangible and godly. An emergence that shall not be outcast from the universe. Oh, so Carlshaven seems to just be a minor outlying town. Silence! I am as heartbroken as you all. It may be that we have been forsaken. But faith, our faith in who we are, that shall not go quietly into the night. Sure, Bishop. I mean, you could fix all of this. You could solve this all immediately. North or east? Well, Let's go east into the fields. See if we can, burn them. What's the Book of Dagon got for us? The Swarm, the most common of the unspeakable arthropoda horrors lurking in the sea. They are that which hides in seaweed. They are that which snaps at you as your toes try to find the bottom. They are the antediluvian vermin that scurried through old surface worlds which now lay buried beneath the sea. Sure. Sure. Tell me about the Lich. Reuse and renewal, the recycling of life. Males were never trained as necromancers. They did not harbor life in the way needed for the magic to work. And the few females that had the honor to be trained in necromancy were seen as oracles and priestesses, birthing spirits back into the living world through the seed of death. Necromancy became deeply connected with the Christian faith when Joseph and Mary tried to use necromancy to bring their dead son back to life? Sure. Have we unlocked any others? We've only killed 57 humans. So we continue to use the Fish Saint. Warm families hidden under goose-pimpled hills. I'm sure that'll turn out just fine. Well, time for some liches. Oh man, could they not even see us? Oh, so the liches have a timer mechanic. They promote going very quickly and killing everyone. If I'm not mistaken. So that might be what it meant by the ability not stacking. I think you need multiple liches if you want to have a swarm of spirits. Because each of them probably has a summoning cap. Ooh. There's an apostle specifically for... Is that a dog? Don't send your dogs after me. They'll die. It's very rude. Can you believe these villagers are so uncaring about their dogs? If I had a dog, I would never allow it to fight eldritch horrors. Because of what could happen to it. It might get killed by a ton of cultists, and also the spirits of all my dead friends. Wouldn't that be sad? So I don't know if you noticed that, but the cursor drags over the water, which is interesting, which makes it a little bit trickier of a barrier to deal with, because it actually slows down my ability to command my troops. Can I kill these sheep? Yes, I can. Why? Sure. My least favorite thing about the liches is how they make my screen shake like one of my soldiers has died every single time one of the spirits times out. There we go. Would flies go well with the liches? Maybe. The spirits are really fast, and the liches would lag behind a lot. They'd probably be off screen a lot of the time, but that might work out well. I'm not sure how much damage the spirits do. Not sure if that'd be enough damage, because the flies are really low damage, which is their main downside. Well, they're also just have no health. But you'll notice that I'm struggling here. Mainly because I don't have enough cultists, I think. So I'm struggling to take out these things that outrun me. Wow. Dagon, I think, something with anchovies, probably. Perhaps some octopus. But, failing that, I think Dagon would probably order a pizza that's got, maybe some, bacon, some broccoli, perhaps. Maybe some pepperoni. Dagon loves supporting small businesses, supporting local businesses, for a few moments, before utterly consuming them. Guns, again. You guys have got to learn. This is unacceptable behavior. What did I tell you about the dogs? Stop it! We'll try out the flies. See how that goes. Ooh! It's fine. Alright, the spirits seem pretty high damage. So we might be alright. To go with fly strat. Well, it is eating local if they're nearby. You're right, you're right. That's the true meaning of eat local, is consume the flesh of every nearby human. That's right, here at High Frog Studio, we approve of eating the flesh of humans. But only if you were a fish god. Otherwise, that's cannibalism, and that's not okay. You guys do seem to be on a delay, which is interesting. Serious clarification. Yes, you're right. We must clarify. This only applies if you're a fish god. But, you know, I believe strongly in the right of all fish gods to consume all humans. It's, you know, one of the things that's so important to the, you know, way we live our lives. Again, the universal fear of the fish god is once again, you know, important, must be acknowledged. Those dogs are stuck in there. That's good. See, that's what you should do. Keep your dogs away from the invading fish monsters. That's responsibility. Kenneled for their own safety. Yeah, now, it is unfortunate that these creatures are, you know, totally out of my control. They're ferocious. I can't vouch for the safety of any living thing that isn't a fish. This isn't gonna go well, is it? Is that the boss? Is this a boss somehow? Excuse me? What is this? The Fishman! Balanced melee minion. Grotesque and shocking, they are very frightening to non-hunters. Said to be descendants of Dagon himself. Well? Isn't this the cutest little boy? I think I'm gonna need... I'll take 12. They're such cuties. You can't hate them. They're such cuties. Little fish cuties. I think you're just scared of them. Promise, they're nice once you get to know them. Those ones I don't seem to have to kill. Maybe I only have to kill the hunters. Look at these cuties. Look at these cuties. I need so many. How many do I get? Looks like 6 or so. I did say I needed 12. So... requirements met. Oh, look at the pumpkins. It's so autumny. Told you this is a good game for spooky season. Flamethrowers. I bet my fish hate that. Oh, let me grab some crabs. Be with you in just a moment, please. Need elevator music to play every time I pause to enter that menu. I think the solution to all of life's problems is just get more cultists. Because they really just, you know, they shoot from a million miles away. I'm down to only 3 now. Which is very sad. but ultimately fixable. What is this? I think this is one of those summoning circles that's just maybe bugged into place. Can't believe I just killed 2 cultists. Because I dodged badly. They'll be missed. I like the fishmen. They're cute, they're cuddly, they're numerous, and they seem pretty strong. I can't believe this guy has the power of God and anime on his side. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, he doesn't. It's just anime. 'Cause I'm the fish god. He does have a hat, though. Oh. Yes, please. I would like. Some crabs. We're gonna go with a, the nautical theme here. In this, game in which all enemies are aquatic. I'm gonna go with an aquatic theme, I think. It's really bold choice of me, I know, but I think it's the one I'm gonna go with, and I'm gonna be unapologetic about it, too. Unapologetically aquatic. In this game about a fish god destroying all humans. I wish they wouldn't get so distracted. Nautical Tim and Jimmy Krabs. Look. A floral theme would be hard to make happen. Holy shit. I think John and Jeremiah just got shredded by that dog. It's okay, I don't hold it against dogs collectively as a species. But that dog, I clearly held it against him. It's okay. John and Jeremiah will be missed, by which I mean replaced completely, as soon as I find a single dollar. You guys got any change? No, you don't. Ooh, did you see that in the corner? I'm at 99 out of 100. Now, that's the corner you can't actually see. So no, you wouldn't have seen it. But I'm at 99 out of 100 humans killed. Which means I'm close to unlocking a new apostle. I'm very close. In fact, I'm about to do it. As soon as I kill Mr. Power of God in anime. Did that do it? Perhaps not? I mean, he's not a human. This game must have deep lore. These it must be humans, though. Why are there all these people hung here? That really feels unnecessary. Like, if you were sacrificing them, the proper way is to throw them into the deepest part of the ocean. Or failing that, like, a pretty deep part of the ocean. I think we must have unlocked that apostle, so as soon as we get to our... Absolutely rude. So many shotguns. Here we go. Apostle unlocked. What is this, the old man in the sea? That was a joke specifically for Tori. But you're also allowed to listen to it. I'll permit it. Look. It's fine. Someone can just clip it for her. We'll be fine. I'm sure she'll hear it eventually. If only, later. When I tell the story about how I told a joke just for her on stream, and she wasn't even there to listen to it. Pretty rude to have a single other thing to do. More of these flamethrowers! My cultists hate this. Do your thing where you fly away. See how much my cultists hate that? They just die right away. Honestly, pretty rude on the part of my cultists. I'll just get him back. It'll be fine. I don't have anything to say about that. I'm trying to minimize the number of dead dogs. I just want them to stop attacking me with the dogs so that I can do that. My only goal. Very straightforward. Are y'all scared? What are those? Are those cats? Are those black cats? Huh. They don't seem to be enemies. They're just omens. Heralding my arrival, I guess. These worms are practically unmanageable because of how slow they are. They're always in the back. What's happening? The Witch of the Forest. Oh, mindless beings, you came to see me live. Yet you yearn to see me die. We have no quarrel with the sea, only with unreasonable men. No, it doesn't seem necessary. What do we get? What do we get? The black cat. Cat that leaps to enemies. I have never seen this before. Which makes me think, possibly, last time I chose to attack her. Seems foolish. No, of course not. Why would I attack the witch? I don't know why I would do that.
Brothers and sisters, the creatures have seeped into our great city of Nova Ugarit. Yet we should not fear the evil that comes, as it comes to teach us greater penitence. All the danger, all the death, I feel it too. I do. So now, here, I urge you all to give to our Lord Dagon that which you care for. Show the eternal old ones, that we are worthy to live.
A baby. This isn't what I wanted. I was pretty clear about what I wanted. I don't need your gold coins, your babies, your cats and birds. See, this is really unnecessary. You don't need to do this. We want one thing. Exactly one thing. And then I'll head back home, back to the sea. This is not necessary. It's really a waste. It's a shame. Oh, yes, but not the gold. Don't be ridiculous. Leave the gold in the cathedral. It will be safe there. See the good zealous bishop, and how he gives to the great old ones. May Dagon shine his glazed eyes on us and weep with joy, for we do love him, and we will do all we can to affirm his existence and control of us. Marriage. Nova Ugarit Sewers. Ooh, we gotta see who our new apostle is. So we've got Agra de Pesca. We've got, of course, Saint Traiton, the old leader of the Church of Dagon, revered by the Archbishop and kingdom alike. He showed how to make communion with Dagon, and gave the first commandments for the people of the peninsula to follow. The day of his return to the sea, hundreds of years ago, is now celebrated by throwing salt in the streets and hanging the Eye of Dagon outside one's home. Abilities can sacrifice cultists at altars? Sacrifice them for what? Like sell them for more money? Complete 10 rooms with 5 or less minions. Fewer minions equals more strength? I don't want to. Spectres, sure. Sure. Let's do that. We like cultists. And it starts us with 6 of them. This seems pretty strong. Some solace that a womb can be built. I don't know what that means. No, no. Group up. Stay grouped up. There's zero reason for any of you to split up. something this way? There is! Sorry, I'm extremely well equipped to fight those. It's just a guy in the sewers. That doesn't seem necessary at all. Now, I don't see the option to sell them. Or sacrifice them. Here's a bunch of cats. Some cultists, a couple swarm, and a bunch of cats. Highly normal army. Whoa, they're really effective. Whoa, the cats are so quick. That's great. And they purr. Sweet little purring cats. Well, this is my new favorite army. Certainly. Just cats and some cultists. This seems pretty strong. Oh, I can interact with these. Oh, that's how I sacrifice the cultists. And I get... Oh, what do I get? What? I don't know what that is. Is that as good as 4 cultists? Must be pretty good then. I think we're gonna have to be all cultists and cats. This actually might go against my claim that I was gonna be nautical themed. Because, like, cats aren't particularly aquatic, and neither are cultists specifically. But this seems quite strong. Am I being dumb here? I don't really see. Can I just go past these? Am I being dumb? Here we go. Oh, I hate the sound they make when they die. I'll just have to not let them die. Simply don't let them die, Forehead. Whoa! okay, so the fish sword guy is really strong. Takes forever to make an attack, but he's insanely strong. Yeah, that axe dude got completely wrecked. Just murdered. Be stealthy. Be stealthy. They'll never see us coming. No, it's fine. We'll get more cats. I still think we need some elevator music for when we're in that menu. Yeah, so we have a cat who's trapped on geometry over there. But I imagine it'll come along with us. I don't know why it wouldn't. Should we get some liches? Maybe we'll get some liches. Man, all cultists seems pretty strong, though. And cats, of course. The cats are non-negotiable. Oh, I sacrificed cultists again, and I got a different thing. That one looks like a big tentacle monster with a beam attack. Well, also seems pretty strong. Wow, what a long-range attack. Yes, you're very scary. Can we use this again? Can. Yeah, these upgraded units are incredible. That one did die pretty easily, that squid. But, oh, we got another sword one. Got another sword one. That means it's over for you hoes. I also have one cat who's still stuck. Now, no, we're not doing guns. We're not doing guns. We've talked about this. My poor misguided children of the land, whom I will destroy. How did I get all these Swarm? I'm not summoning Swarm. I'm not really sure how they showed up. Maybe I've had them the whole time. Oh man, one of my sword dudes died. Ugh. The gold. I was led to believe that these peasants would have more gold. Come on. Come on, cats. This is like herding cats. Ba-doom. Psh. It is incredibly hard to keep cultists alive when I can simply throw their lives away to get one big cool thing. But I'm sure that's fine. Maybe it'll help me get that that achievement where I have to have a really small army. Because it'll be like, oops, I just have 4 big sword tentacle guys. Man, we can really just chase them down, can't we? Maybe I should have some Swarm. Just for some soak. $28,000 gold out of 50,000. We're over halfway there. All we need to do is continue to collect gold. What happened there? Oh, they're just attacking it. I don't know why I thought, like, souls were going into it or something. Is this a laboratory? The big sword guys, they really do they just soak hits forever. And then they stand in one place for a year. And then at the end of that year, they kill anything that's near them. It's pretty lit. Honestly. A double shrine. sounds like I'm gonna increase my DPS substantially. And maybe I can get one of those sacrifice things. This is not the direction I'm supposed to go. It does feel like a boss fight, you're right. Oh, it looks like a boss fight too.
The bishop sent me. He's in quite a state. Take this.
I have no idea what this guy's voice was. Does it work?
Can't be certain. Take it only as a last resort. The enemy seems unstoppable, and the bishop knows it.
We'll see about that. Alright, what do you do? You have a sword, and you have a gun. Now you have a different gun. Okay. Do you do anything? Because I think you just die to a bunch of cultists. Is there a second phase? Or is it just cultists are that strong? Cultists are just that strong. Holy shit. Oh! Ah, it felt too easy. There you go. It looks it looks good on you. It looks good on you. It's evolving. Your Count Volgrave evolved into a Count Tentacle Boy. Count Tentacle Tornado, really, like. You're right. A squishy Beyblade. Yep. Your Count Volgrave evolved into Squishy Beyblade. The cultists are still insane, though. They're still insane. Is there a third phase somehow? No. No. You can only stand for so long against the might of Dagon. And the amount of time you can stand is about 2 phases. The Toad! We love frogs. Oh! Average movement speed. Jumps to enemies and explodes, killing itself. Great for clearing densely populated areas. So it's just a cat, but it's just a Baneling cat. Alright. Sure. And if we cleared the area, we've got just enough gold to summon a Baneling cat. How many? 4? Okay. Okay. I don't know if they'll hurt my cats. We'll find out. All Baneling strat. You're right. Every time we get a new unit, we're gonna do all that unit. Alright, we're gonna go through this cutscene, and then I'm gonna take a break for a second. And when we come back, we'll fight whatever the next group of defenseless humans there is.
Your Excellency! The situation is getting out of hand. Volgrave is dead. The Thistle Guards are dead.
I don't know who those are. Did we fight them?
The Horde of Dagon is at the doorstep.
The sacrifice, thou asketh? I gave everything short of my breath. How was it not enough?
What are you talking about?
I couldn't. The city was mine. The people were mine. But thou insists to take it all. I cultivated a devotion to thy greatness. Why do thou ask for my life?
Your life? Your Excellency? What did you see in the well? Did we not sacrifice all? Our god is punishing us. It's not fair.
Shut up, you nothing. Look at yourself groveling at my feet, trailing me like a shadow. What are you? What are all the countless men who fought and did nothing? It called for me, Balev. Baliev. It wanted it all to fall. It wanted my flesh and life.
You could have ended it all. All those needless deaths. All those people. Your faith, this religion you stand by, could have been saved. Now no one will pray to Dagon. Now it's all lost. Everything is destroyed because of you.
He does know what's up. I mean, he is right. Baliev is right. Okay. What? Nah. Tiroch nod vojna vod. It sounds like the Thrones show language. Oh, hear me, unseen eye, waves of depravity, thou bottomless hell. Look now at me and know the need for all this is to no avail. Thou will not take what remains of me. Is he saying he thinks he's too strong for us to take him? I don't believe you, sir. North or south? I think we gotta go south towards him. But I'm going to pause the stream for a moment and take a small break. He is magically ripped. You're right. He is, in fact, magically ripped. We're gonna pause the stream, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright. And we're back. So let's see. We could go north and see what those blinking red eyes are about. But, I think we're pretty single-minded. We gotta go after this bishop. So I think it's gotta be south. Maybe it's like an optional boss or something. Nova? The Hoarder? The Hoarder. We gotta kill the Hoarder. Hoarding his own life, and also all of his gold, apparently. Did we get any of those other apostles? Saint... You think that's a T or a C? Is that Creighton or is that Trayton? Creighton sounds more like a real name. But it doesn't look as much like a C to me. It looks a little bit more like a T. Yeah, Trayton, like Triton? Sure. Could be that. Seems really strong. I will have to run some more liches, though, so I can work on unlocking this one here. But I think we're gonna go with Saint Trayton again. Seems very strong. Centuries gorged on Providence. Alright, yeah, more super cultists, I guess. Actually, let me grab a lich. Because I've already got 6 cultists to start. Fine. Did you kill one of my cultists? How dare you? Too early for that. Are those soldiers? They're wearing helmets. Those are like, World War I era helmets? Like little bucket helmets. Brutal. Ugh. Am I ever gonna recover from that? Well, probably not, to be honest. That was, really brutal. No, that's it. Maybe we'll start with crabs. Start with a crab summon. Or I could go for the toads! Maybe I'll go for the toad. Well, certainly was very strong initially. But the toads seem a little too disposable. Oh, there's another shrine right there. Is that an amped up Axe Boy? I'm suspicious. I think those are amped up Axe Boys, considering they look exactly like Axe Boys and seem to behave exactly like Axe Boys. I think that's a safe assumption. Crabs, that's what we need to fight those flamethrowers. Alright. This fire. Hey, I feel like this is unreasonably effective for them to be using fire against a bunch of wet boys. Like, shouldn't the fire be a little bit less effective than that? I feel like, if I remember my Pokemon typings correctly, water is supposed to beat fire. Are the crabs... I feel like the crabs wouldn't be any wetter than, like, the worms. I don't know. Stop attacking the barricades. That's really not what we need. It's focus time. We got a micro. Yes, fine. Kill all the barricades so we don't have to worry about this. Wetness should be another stat. We can have strength, horror, wetness, and health, and speed. Would you call it wetness, or would you just call it wet? I think you might just call it wet. Although in that case, wouldn't you call it horrifyingness instead? Oh, well, you call it horror, which is already what you call it. Thank you. Finally. Ugh, this is not going particularly well. It's because my army's not wet enough. That's the issue. We need a wetter army. What would help it be wetter? Some... I mean, some crabs would probably help. Liches are not going to make it any wetter. But I think they would be pretty strong. I might have to drop the bit and just get liches so that I can survive. Poor fish people. They were fishmen, but we've decided to make this game slightly more inclusive by making them fish people. So I will be indiscriminately murdering everyone I can find, but more inclusively this time. That's right. Run through the fire instead of going around it. Because it's scarier. Ooh. Let's maybe not walk in front of that ballista. I would like more fishmen. We should be going cultists, but we're a little bit too squishy to go cultists right now. We need a little bit more durable, which is why we got the fishmen. Hopefully with these fishmen we should be able to summon all cultists now. Which is good because we're only down to 2. If we find one of those summoners, we wouldn't be able to use it. No! I love that guy. That guy just said, no, but, like, because of how it was, on the screen, all in, like, lowercase, it looked like, oh no, not a fish invasion. How could this ever happen to me? I've never wanted this. I think he did. I think that guy secretly did want a fish invasion. Maybe not so secretly. I mean, the leader of their town seems to be an extremely corrupt bishop, so... Honestly, maybe in those circumstances, a fish people invasion would be welcome. That's nonsense. Oh man, they were worshipping us. We should have let those guys live. I didn't even notice. I prepared for the stream. I prepared a bunch of fun facts about Lovecraft's short stories, including the short story that this is most closely based on, Shadow over Innsmouth, is one of my favorite among the Lovecraft stories. It has some interesting themes to play around with, and it's very recognizable. It's actually been adapted into a lot of popular Lovecraft-related media, without people knowing it that much. Because, like, Shadow over Innsmouth doesn't really have name recognition like The Call of Cthulhu does. But The Call of Cthulhu is, I would say, probably a lot less recognizable of a story in terms of its themes, than Shadow over Innsmouth, where it hits all the high points for Lovecraft. It hits, like, they're super wet all the time. Everything is wet, and they're fish related. And it's, you know, the hubris of man is their downfall. But it's also a little bit less just filled with horrifying racism than some of his other stuff. I do not recommend reading the works of H.P. Lovecraft directly without I just don't recommend it directly. The works that were based on his stories are, generally speaking, a lot better and more interesting. The classic example is, I think, The Witch House, which is very strange. It's about this witch that unlocks the secrets of sacred geometry that allows her to, like, teleport, but, like, in a spooky way, I guess. And it ends with the point of view character falling through a sacred angle into another dimension where the witch and her cat just sort of, like, live, but, like, in a spooky way. And those ideas were expanded upon in the Hounds of Tindalos to greater effect, which is a fairly famous work that's not originally by Lovecraft. In the Hounds of Tindalos, the point of view character is haunted by some discoveries, also about, you know, sacred angles, and discovers these creatures, these eldritch creatures, these hounds, that are capable of attacking through angles, like the concept of angles. And so he plasters the entire inside of his house to be like the interior of a sphere in order to keep these hounds from teleporting to him. Because the hounds can teleport through any angled surface. And the end result of this is that he eventually, the hounds get him because a small fragment of the plaster breaks off from the roof of his house, and it lets a small chip that has an angle on it. And the hounds emerge, and they get him through that, which is, you know, has all the strangeness of a Lovecraft work, but but with slightly more interesting stuff going on than just being like, you know, it's just Lovecraft writing about how he's terrified of air conditioners, which is genuinely one of the stories. I think that one's called Cool Air. It's about how he thinks his upstairs neighbor is dead because of the air conditioning, and that's why he needs it so cold, because of the because he's actually dead secretly. Spoilers, I guess, for Cool Air, which came out in probably the 20s, the 30s, maybe. Cool Air, yeah, Cool Air is also pretty good. It has like any good Lovecraft story, it has like an amount of racism that's small enough that you can sort of set it aside because it's not integral to the story. And also, it's very, like, it's ultimately very funny because of what it reveals about his psyche. Because he's like, this is a man who's deeply weird, afraid of, in this case, air conditioning, but afraid of just about everything. And can, you know, that's sort of, interestingly, sort of the power of Lovecraft is making the very mundane things terrifying, because it reflects the author's just absolute terror of extremely normal things. Which is both the power and sort of the amusement of Lovecraft. But like I say, the later works that were inspired by the original Lovecraft stories are, in my understanding, generally a bit better, and don't have quite as much of the silliness that's just like, really? That's what you're afraid of? You were afraid that wax cylinders that music is recorded onto, we're gonna have human brains recorded onto them and be used by aliens to impersonate people. That's, I'm not sure what the name of that story is. It's the one with the Migos in it. Where do you think these people are hiding? Because I can't find them. The Amigos? No, the Migos, which are pronounced exactly, which are spelled exactly the same, except that there's a hyphen between me and go. They are like space fungus. The three rappers from Atlanta. I don't mean those Migos. I mean a different set of Migos. Unless those three rappers from Atlanta happen to be fungus creatures who I see that Tori has arrived. Fungus creatures who fly through space on gossamer wings. And what is this summon that I've got? So I found the enemies. Ouch. That's a lot of damage. Alright, group up. Are you sure those rappers from Atlanta aren't secretly fungus creatures from space here to record human minds onto wax cylinders? A thing that H.P. Lovecraft would have been extremely concerned about. Because if you haven't considered the possibility, you should, you know, consider that. It could be... Yeah, you would have no way of knowing. because they're also, you know, they can create perfect disguises, and so really anyone could be aliens from the mushroom planet sent to record your brains onto wax cylinders. It would be impossible to know. And that's the sort of fundamental silliness that I'm talking about. But also, on the other hand, sometimes it's just like, man, what if crabs, but they were like demons? What if they were crabs, but like big? Despite how silly that sounds, it is, I mean, it is spooky. What if crabs, but they were big and they ate people? Well, let's find out. Here at Dagon Industries, we're seeking to answer that question. What if crabs, but they were big and they ate people? The answer is... dang. That'd be spooky. But the cultists are still scarier. Give me the gold. Another lich. Partially because I think my other one might have died. Is this squid creature? Is this the enemy from Man, I was gonna make a reference there, but then I lost it completely. The big bad from Suicide Squad, but the second one. Except it's little this time. That was a high quality joke. What a high quality reference. Anyway, let's kill this last guy. So we can move on. Alright, oh, that wasn't the last guy. So, I think this guy, that little red thing, that might be a Baylor, because it's just breathing fire everywhere. Like, it might just be a normal devil. Let's get some more cats. Oh, we've done it. We've raised 160 human spirits as specters. And we've unlocked... This guy seems to be like a cool necromancer dude. I'm just gonna hang out over here while you do your thing. Alright, here we go. I forgot how good the cats were. I should just get more of those. Because they seem great. Cats and cultists, not something I would have assumed made a great combo. But, does seem to. Oh, alright. We need... What do we need? To increase our damage. Do we need worms? They're so slow, though. What do we need? We just need more cultists? I'll try that. I don't know. What do you think we need? Well, what do you think we needed? Because it seems like maybe not that. Let's see. We'll start with, we've got the 6 cultists. We need 10 swarmies. 5 cats. Dodge more and have 100 cultists? Well, okay. That does seem pretty strong. Not gonna lie. Alright, fine. I'll try it. The strategy is just a bunch of cultists and get good. Which is fair. Alright. Oh, Yeah, that's a ballista. We don't want that. Could we not split up, though, please? Just focus on one at a time. It's alright. I promise it'll be alright. If you just simply... just shoot it. And then just keep shooting it. That's what they're doing to us. They're just shooting us. We gotta adapt to the human tactics of shooting from really far away. It seems good. Unlimited cat, says Tori. Sure, why not? We'll do unlimited cat. I mean, we'll go back to the cat cultist strategy. It seemed really strong. It is hard to dodge with the cats, because they are very slow when they're not actively diving at someone. Which I think is inaccurate. I feel like that's inaccurate to cats. Sacrificing our 4 cultists to get another big boy. What kind this time? Oh, another I-beam. Well, they are really strong. Just have to not get hit forehead. They're like wildly strong. Who knew? Lasers were good. That's new information to me. Lasers are good? Okay, so the lasers are like really good though. What are you doing? Come back. Come on, group up. Group up. We can do this. We're just gonna laser them all to death without ever approaching them. We'll just send spirits in and then laser everything from 1,000,000 miles away. This was a better strategy. We should have done this from the beginning. Simply laser everything from 1,000,000 miles away. And then we have some, we got a Lich, so Patrick is a new person. Yeah, I guess Patrick is Tori now. Which confuses me a little. Like, if Patrick is Tori, then who's Tori? I guess only Tori can answer that. Who is Patrick? Right. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Who is Tori? Never heard of her? Oh man, that's a hard question. I don't really know if I can answer that. Tori usually hosts this stream. Someone else who usually hosts this stream. She likes to play, you know, Stardew Valley and other nerd games. Not like the game that lets me talk about short stories that haven't been, you know, that were published in a format that hasn't been successful in decades. Mediocre? Well, look. I don't think that's true. It's a good stream. It's a good stream usually. It's a shame I was put in charge of it, but we're getting by. We're getting by. What do you think we're gonna get this time? If we get another laser creature, we'll be unstoppable. If we get a sword guy, that'll be pretty cool. A demon? Sure, there's no bad answers, honestly. I'm gonna hold on to these 5, though. Wow, can they move while attacking? That's so strong. Alright, split up. Uh-oh, are we down to just one eye creature? I think one of my poor laser starfish was destroyed. Well, we'll have to go for another. If we can. We'll try. Gotta take a gamble. These 5? Oh, so, you see, the cultists are different than the other ones. You see. So now I have a lot more than 5 cultists at this point. Now I have, probably 11? Maybe 12? But I'm about to go have many fewer, because I'm gonna go sacrifice them, and see if I can get, some more starfish with lasers. Who seem to be about the strongest thing you can possibly get. A sword guy would be cool. Another demon. Sure, why not? Is this Eschaton but video game? Sure, why not? For our viewers, Eschaton, yes, another laser starfish. Eschaton is a board game, in which each player controls a doomsday cult devoted to the dark gods, and the goal is to be the cult in power at the end of the world, and to have the most stored up goodwill with the old gods by the apocalypse, by the time the old gods destroy the world. And so, wow, holy shit. 3 of these guys. Just... Oh no, this looks like a boss fight. I don't know if that's gonna work. We'll get some cultists. We'll grab some cultists. This will maybe be okay. So in Eschaton, each player controls one of these cults, and it's sort of like Risk adjacent in that there's a bunch of territories to control, and there's a bunch of like secondary resources that you use, but it's very much similar theming to this, where there's the the cults and you serve the old gods. And a lot of, you know, like, razing cities to the ground, that kind of thing. Pretty popular themes in this type of game. Because who doesn't love to be the bad guys? It's pretty fun. It's a dog. Stop it. I don't want to fight the dogs. Oh, all my starfish are dead. Very sad. Alright, let's grab... Yes, yes, there are 4 stats. Yeah, so... most of them are normal stats. And then... there's the chain one, which is like... random chance to do more things every time you do anything. Alright, so... what we're gonna do is... we're gonna clear this stage. We're gonna see if there's a boss fight at the end of it. And then... if there is... we're gonna call it. For the night. Oh no. If there isn't, we'll see. Fine, we just have to kite everything. This reminds me of my StarCraft days. Kiting Marines. Or, I mean, I was really more of a Protoss player, so I would have to kite Adepts. But it's the same thing. I'm gonna just lose here, actually. That's what's gonna happen. Because now I have 1 demon. And I don't really... unless there's a very nearby shrine, I think I'm just gonna lose. And then I'm gonna have to call it so I can go get some sustenance. From the sea, of course. And perhaps I will be able to return. But first, gotta find out what that extra apostle was, right? Can we see that in the Book of Jagon? We cannot. It's fine. Alright, so this is the curse save. So we're gonna pause it here for now. And, I may be back. But in case I'm not, I want to let you guys know what the point of all this is. So Hive Frog Studio is working on a supplement for the Pathfinder role-playing game that contains a new, exciting crafting subsystem, which may sound a bit dry for some of you, but we love indie games. We love to try to play a useful role in the indie community, which is why we're showing off these indie games such as Sea Salt. We will, perhaps the crafting sounds a bit dry for you, or perhaps 5th edition is more your jam. If that's the case, just keep an eye on us for the next thing we come out with. It may be a little bit more up your alley, and could be more closely associated with something that you do follow. Or failing that, perhaps you just want to watch our streams. We love to stream different indie games and try out a bunch of different stuff that hasn't gotten enough love. So, thanks so much, and if I see you later, I'll see you later. If not, have a good night. Thanks, everybody.